50 men arrested after the most recent religious confrontation when police and military faced off against Muslims holed up in a local mosque. But this is not Afghanistan or Pakistan. This is the Maldives, an idyllic escape. I'm Taimur Nabili, and on this edition of 101 East we ask, is there an Islamic storm brewing in paradise? On the 29th of September, just outside the National Museum of the Maldives, a crude bomb injured 12 tourists. The government first blamed pro-democracy activists, then an NGO, before finally fixing its attention on Islamic radicals. Now, the Maldives is an Islamic nation, but up until now, it's been best known as a paradise destination for honeymooning couples. Chantao Cho reports.
The Maldives, famous for beautiful waters and luxury resorts. With more than 1,000 islands forming 26 atolls in the Indian Ocean, the Muslim country is also rich in folklore. Legend has it that more than 800 years ago, an evil spirit came from the sea every month to demand the sacrifice of a virgin in its temple. On one such day, a pious man took the place of a girl to be offered. He recited the Quran as the demon approached. Hearing him, it retreated back to the sea. The men went on to subdue it. In celebration, the king embraced Islam and instructed his people to do the same. Today, the Maldives face the threat of a society fractured along religious lines. This CCTV footage was captured in late September this year. 12 tourists were injured in the blast. Authorities called those responsible for the bombing Islamic extremists, influenced by different schools of the religion taught in other countries.
If you look at our history, I think all our scholars, especially religious scholars, they went to the same schools to get educated. So we were able to live our lives in a uniform way. It's only when the schools diversified that we had to, different schools of thought came in. That is what breeds all this terrorism and all the antisocial behavior in people.
The blast was a rare attack on tourism, which drives the country's $1 billion economy. Investigations took the police to Himandu, a little island west of Malé, 2 hours by fast boat. What followed was a tense 40-hour standoff between members of the Darul Khair Mosque and the authorities.
Till now, we have not attacked anyone. But if the mosque is to be broken, they will have to break us first, because we love and respect the mosque.
And break them they did. The military shut down the illegal makeshift mosque. About 60 men and teenage boys were arrested. More than 30 policemen were injured, including one whose hand was severed by a sword.
They believe they are the only ones practicing Islam the right way. Others are not. That is why we are divided. They don't want to pray in our mosque. They used to, for a long time. But now they say it's not good. They have all kinds of excuses.
One woman, whose husband and 5 sons were arrested during the clash, spoke on the condition that we protect her identity.
We started praying in our own mosque because we weren't allowed to pray according to our way. They interrupted our rituals by trying to change the position of our arms. They will put things in my open hands when I pray, and when we were reading the Quran, they would switch off the lights. Until they start praying our way, I don't want anything to do with them.
Back on Malé, the events appeared to have heightened religious sensitivities. These men walking past the explosion site were clearly concerned that their beards, a sign of religiosity to them, would mean something else to others.
Now, this is the exploded area. If anyone is having a beard, you are just focusing on it.
Dr. Maruf Hussain is the vice president of opposition party Adalat, made up mostly of Islamic scholars. He believes the social divide can be narrowed by introducing a stronger religious education system.
Since there is no proper Islamic education here, there's a vacuum. People are really hungry for their religion. Most of these people have probably taken their knowledge from the internet, and this caused them to adopt extreme views.
Other than being famous as a world-class holiday destination for the rich, Maldives also has a wealth of fish stock. But the potential for prosperity hasn't manifested on its people, many of whom continue to struggle with poverty while living in a congested environment.
They cannot really see and touch the earnings that come from foreign exchange directly. They don't feel that they have anything to lose from that. It is easier for them to take these extreme views. We all accept that we are Muslims, but the faith is inside rather than outside. So let's not judge everybody from what they are seeing and try to bring about more tolerance in people and teach people that extremism doesn't really produce results.
Among the population of about 370,000 people, half are living in poverty. Nearly 100,000 are packed into Malé alone, an island that takes less than half an hour to walk across.
In the past, because of infrastructure issues, I think tourism has grown in concentrated regions. So that is why the benefits of tourism has not been widely distributed. The government realized this about a couple of years ago, and a major decision was made that we would spread tourism to the other islands. And I think this is going to have a major impact on wealth distribution.
It doesn't filter down. Either it is pocketed by those in power,